episode 6.
Episode 6 of the Peter Spice Show, we think.
Well, episode... Technically...
It's getting hard to keep track. These mini episodes were maybe a bad idea.
It's supposed to be episode 9 now, isn't it? The infamous number.
Yeah. 0, 2.5, 3.25. Yeah.
And there'll probably be another bonus episode at some point, I imagine.
Oh, there will be. So, for everyone at home that's trying to keep track, we're also struggling as well.
Deep struggling.
Yeah. We can't remember what we even say week to week. We can't
Struggling
remember what
like
episode it is.
a badger in the daylight.
A badger's nocturnal?
Yeah.
Are they?
Are
Are
they?
you sure? I don't know, man.
I don't know. My badger law doesn't really cover that much.
Badgers are the biggest. I want to say carnivore, but they can't be carnivores. Surely they can't be carnivores.
They eat.
I think they're the biggest.
I mean, I know they eat, but
Are they carnivores?
Welcome to the Peter Spice Show, episode 6.
Talking
The
about
badger
animals
episode.
Animals again in the start. We're cloning fucking cows of the week. Were you okay with the cow? Did we ever find that out? If we did clone a cow?
No, we are waiting for the one listener that ends up listening to us to correct us.
You just call it Bill or something like that.
Well, that's something that I think I may have made up, isn't it?
It sounded like something you
And
made
this
up.
could be something that I've also made
Yeah,
up.
yeah. Our badger's nocturnal. That can be on the...
Do badgers struggle in the daylight?
That's the question of the week, that is. You have to let us know.
Are they like the vampires of the small animal kingdom?
But they are they're the biggest mammal that is native to the UK. There's a badger fact for you.
Okay, well, episode 6.3, the badger episode.
Country file episode. We get Chris Packham or Chris Peckham? Packham.
We'll call him Packham.
Yeah, Chris Packham, we'll get him on. Good guy, actually.
Good guy.
Good guy.
Would you want to know him?
I'd meet up with him.
You meet up with him?
Yeah.
Just for a drink or a meal?
And we could chat about wildlife facts. Did they clone a cow called Bill?
Where would you meet Chris Packham?
Wherever he wants to meet, mate.
But if you
It's up to him.
had to
It's up to him.
choose,
It's up to him. What are they called? You know the huts that you go into birdwatch?
it's
Like a little hideaway thing. I can't remember what they're called.
I want to say hatchery then, but that's not right.
In there.
In there.
In
okay.
there.
In
That's
a
right.
bird turret.
Yes. But yeah, anyway. This is episode 6
Yeah.
of the official episodes
Yeah.
of the regular programming.
Of the actual normal stuff, not
Yes,
the
yeah.
offshoot stuff that we're doing.
So let's
What?
do it.
Yeah, let's do it. Right, episode 6. We're now starting.
This is it. That was the intro. That was the prelude.
That was a prelude.
And now this is
the
it. This is the-
prologue.
You can skip ahead if you need to do.
Who knows? You know, as far as they were, we could have just edited loads and loads of stuff.
Yeah.
We could have been here for hours talking. We haven't really been here for hours, so we haven't really got the time for that. But yeah, so how are you since a week gone?
I've been very good. Very good. Been pretty busy. What's happened since last week? We left the EU. That happened last week.
We went to watch the rugby
We went
last
to
Friday.
watch the rugby, which is fucking... you dragged me along to that.
Heartbreaking. I'm going there back there Sunday.
We were in a taxi, and then we left the EU as we were in the taxi. Not as in the taxi. We didn't leave, but the country.
We kind of stayed in the country, but the country left.
Left the EU. What else? Super Bowl happened. Talk about that. And then I had a little jaunt down to Brighton. Joe's lovely place to go to. Big fan of Brighton. And now we're back.
Cool. Well, I've just been at work, really, not doing anything else.
Exciting times.
Exciting times, isn't it? Have you listened to much over the course of the week? It seems you're a very busy man.
Yeah, when I could do.
Not when you should. Mad.
The drive down normally when I drive down it's normally one way. It's just me, so I get to listen to a fair bit. But there were a few people in the car this time with me, so I couldn't necessarily listen to everything I wanted to. The speakers are a lot louder in the back as well, so you can't have it as loud as you want to do because it just deafens the person that's sat in the back. But I still managed to catch up on some stuff. We should probably get out like admin shit out of the way as well to begin with.
Shout out to
'cause
Gilbert.
We always forget about that.
As the per usual stuff. Yeah, the housekeeping stuff we're trying to get really. What we should do is record at the housekeeping stuff and we just put that in there.
Yeah, just
Here's the housekeeping.
And
then it's housekeeping and that's it.
Shout out to Gilbert as always for the intro, outro music. Follow us on your favourite podcasting platform: Spotify, Apple, YouTube, Breaker, Castbox, Overcast, Stitcher. I sort of forgot altogether about Google Podcasts. I'll pick that back up again. So he said last week that we were going to try get on. I forgot that we were trying to get on, but I've now remembered just then.
I have the inability to get on because I am an Apple person.
So we'll try that. And then just follow us as well on, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook if you really want to. But yeah. And tweet us and stuff. Engage.
Engage as much as possible.
I'm going to actually find out now.
Live
on air if we are on Google Podcasts yet. Let's have a look.
I don't want to do funeral music.
Oh, we're on. We're on Google Podcasts.
Right, we're on Google.
We are on Google Podcasts.
Like, we're nice for Google to tell us, obviously.
Get in.
But...
And it looks like it's up to date as well because episode 6 went up. Episode 5 went up.
Is episode 6 going on there now as we're talking?
We're live streaming now. Episode 5 went up 6 days ago, so it must have gone up at the same time as it went up on everything. So, yeah, we are on Google Podcasts. So, find us on there. Great news. That's a nice little bonus, isn't it?
Oh, extra little bonus. Not a bonus episode,
yeah,
a bonus.
Yeah, see, I didn't even plan that. I am the least organised, but it works out.
As you can tell, if anyone who's listened from the beginning to now, we don't really plan anything. We write a few little things and then we just see what happens, and that's kind of how we will do.
Well, we put the photos on Instagram and scrub out the whole page of notes.
There's actually nothing
so you can't see any. It makes it look like there's just a shitload of stuff on there we're talking about, and there's not about 3 lines.
Yeah, not 3 lions like England, but
no,
3 lions.
No.
So you listen to some, but not listen to as much as you would want.
What have I listened to this week? Let's have a look. I listened to some stuff that came out this week, and then I've just been catching up on a few other bits as well. A few EPs that I've listened to. Stuff from through January. A few EPs that I caught up on that I thought were decent. Let's have a look. The Circus. Well, it says it's an album, but it's 20 minutes long, so it's an EP. I'm calling it an EP.
The Circus.
The Circus by Mick Jenkins.
Oh, Mick Jenkins, rapper Mick Jenkins, obviously.
Yes, yeah.
I'd never listened to any of his stuff.
I'd not before that.
Apparently, one of his albums are really good. According to one of my good friends of mine, but he released quite a few stuff over the past few years, hasn't he?
Well, yeah, an album in 2018, which was a full length, 50 kind of minute album, and then the Circus is. Again, saying it's an album.
Albums, EPs, mixtapes, all the same though. 18
minutes, 26 seconds.
I said an EP.
An EP, yeah. But it's decent. It's worth a listen.
Then again, if you look at Daytona, it's like 21 minutes, isn't it?
True.
And that's
true.
an album.
Yeah,
so.
that's very true. But yeah, that came out a little bit earlier on in January. But I just
this month.
It.
I mean, this year, not this month.
This year, 10th of Jan, something like that.
I think it was 2019.
Just missed that when it came out. I think this one is an EP.
Oh, so is it good though?
It's good, yeah. It's worth a listen, yeah. EP. This one here, it's got 10 odd tracks, and it's literally 14 minutes long. The average length of the song's a minute and a half. Lyrics to Go, Volume 1 by Co to the Friend.
Okay.
Again, never listened to him before. That's decent if you've got 10 minutes spare of your life.
What drew you to him?
What's
he called again?
Co to the Friend. I think I just saw it on Twitter or something like that.
Is it because you wanted a friend?
Floating about. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I need to look deeper into my own life as to why I was drawn to that.
That's one coach of the friend.
But yeah, if you again, it doesn't take much to listen to that. New EP that came out this week just gone. Never Come Back by it's either Caribou or Carabao. I don't know how we're pronouncing this one.
I've always said Caribou.
Caribou, okay. I think it probably is Caribou.
It's B-O-U in it. It should technically be Boo, yeah. But...
Yeah, the only time I've ever edit Carabao is the energy drink. But is that OA maybe?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, Caribou.
We'll say Caribou. We're gonna keep it Caribou.
This is only you can tell I didn't have much time because this is only 10 minutes long.
Yeah, I've not listened to them for a good 5+ years.
Mhm.
Because isn't that one of the albums like a really sort of What am I trying to say? Colourful.
The one, yeah, that one.
Oh, yeah, it's probably the one I was thinking of, yeah.
But yeah, that was 2015, that was.
Yes, I was right then about 5
years. Yeah. But then, so I don't know if they're then planning on something later this year, because again, this is literally 3 songs, like 11 minutes long. So 5 years, it's quite a while to wait to then just
maybe just testing waters again.
Yeah, possibly. But
that was actually their last album that came out in 2015.
I think so. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Looking at it, and then also, I know you've listened to this
Police,
one as well. Yeah.
What's your thoughts?
I liked it.
I thought it was okay.
Yeah.
Couple good tracks.
Yeah.
It was just kind of plodded along. I mean, the thing is, I don't remember listening to the last album, which I think was the Back of the Bluish album. But the album before, the first time I ever heard them, that was really, really good. I think the album after that wasn't as good. And this feels like I kind of remember how they sounded back 6 years ago, whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
It was cool. It was nice. It's nice little, very shoegazy in bits into it. So, and a bit of harmony and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, I quite liked it. It was alright. I wouldn't rush out to go and listen to it though.
Yeah.
It's funny when you say if you say average or 5 out of 10, that sounds like it's a bad score, but it's not. It's just an average album.
Yeah,
it's not.
It's like a decent album.
Yeah,
it's not a.
But decent 7 or something. if we look at it as scale,
maybe.
If we had to scale it, I'm not sure we're not going to scale things.
What's better than good or decent?
I always attributed good as a 6,
and then decent's a 7. So what's a 5?
Great average.
Just okay.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, it's an okay album then.
It's...
About what? That's what. So we'll both listen to that one. I think it's basically the only full length kind of project we've both listened to, isn't it, this week? What else have you been? Have you been catching up on some stuff as well?
I got with got 2 things from last year. So one of them was a guy called Nolan the Ninja with his album Sporty. So we'll probably go in a bit into new releases section later on. But he's signed to Mellow Music, which is one of my favourite hip hop groups. It might be, I might try at some point do a bonus episode on Mellow Music and give you some crash courses on what you should listen to. I just think they've always produced some great acts, and some of them are fairly new, some of them have been established maybe a little bit before. And guys like Open Mike Eagle, guys like Odyssey and Quelle Chris. The reason why I'm fans of them is because of Mellow Music, because they already caught me years and years and years and years ago, and they started signing these acts for some label deals, obviously album deals, and that was it. And No Ninja was one of the new ones that have come out from Detroit. It's just a good, typical, decent hip hop spitter, really. think about the decent these scales.
7 out of 10 you're giving it then?
I probably would give it 7 out of 10 because it's too long. It's an hour long.
Yeah, a recurring theme lately, last few weeks.
Not that it's boring at any point, because it's like hip hop that I like. People just rapping over it. Good raps, good beats, or decent beats, decent. How are we gonna question myself now?
I'll get up on it, Chris. It's fine.
But no, he can really rap, and I quite like that sort of style. And I'm trying to think. He reminds me of someone. I can't think who it is. I have to keep thinking about that. But again, I've only played it once, so I really, really enjoyed it. I think it's worth listening to if you just like. I just feel like Detroit just pull out amazing rappers. It's even out of nowhere. I think someone. I could try and find it actually. I think someone decent from Detroit. I'm not Quelle Chris, but someone who's quite. No, Sporty. Nolan the Ninja.
But this was last year, was it? This came out. Or...
This came out last year, yeah. T3 from Slumdog. He's on it. Slum Village. What am I talking about? Slum Village. Obviously, Slum Village synonymous with Detroit. R.I.P. J Dilla and Batan as well. Big Brown's on it as well. So Big Brown, I believe, is from also Detroit. And she's no longer on Mellow Music for whatever reason. Not that she has any problems with Mellow Music, I don't think. But she did her first like main thing was called the Brown Study, and it was with Apollo Brown, who I mentioned on 3.25 because he released an album last year. Apollo Brown's like a really great producer, also from Detroit. I also thought it should have been him or Black Milk do that Detroit versus Everybody track. Remember, like years and years ago, not Static Selector, who's from Boston, I believe. So not that it was a bad beat, I just think it should have been all Detroit. So yeah, hearing Big Brown again I've not heard Big Brown for a while. It was quite nice to hear that as well. So yeah, that was I recommend if you like just typical hip hop. It's just rapping, decent beats, all that sort of stuff. The other one from last year is Sedan Archives. Have you ever heard of her?
No.
So she signed on the Stones Throw, and she's just kind of like I'm trying to think what she's R&B / soul, with sort of like synthy sort of backdrops more than anything else, and she's quite like. You ever heard of Kalila? Keela? Maybe I haven't heard of her either. She's a bit like her as well. So I just stumbled across it because Stones Throw, usually not these days anymore. Usually, back in the day, where got people out like Madlib and Guilty Simpson and people like that, and they're not really synonymous with hip hop anymore as much. Mm-hmm. But any artist they have is always kind of worth checking to see if they're decent. Her EP, I think this is her first full-length album with Stones Throw, but her EP a few years ago, that was really cool. That's what got me onto her. And it's just
What's the album called?
Athena.
Athena.
It's just cool. It's just a really nice laid-back R&B sort of soul album. There's a track called Glorious with a rapper on it, but I don't know who the rapper is. I haven't actually checked that out. But yeah, I've obviously put a track on the playlist, which I quite liked. That's from last year when I was kind of catching up. This year, I listened, obviously, Policia we've mentioned before. Aforementioned Policia. And a guy called The God Fahim, whose album is probably my favourite album this year so far.
Yeah.
Again, when you cater to like my sort of needs with hip hop, I pretty much will fall in love with it. It's only 28 minutes long as well, which is a nice little length. He reminds me of Nas, a bit of AZ, a bit of Cormega. I don't think he's from the East Coast. He's got a kind of East Coast sort of sounding voice. I think he's actually from the West Coast, but he's been around for a little while now, and he dropped an album, I think, last year with DJ Muggs of Soul Assassins / Cypress Hill, and it was good. I quite enjoyed it. Him and Mac Homie, these are the two young ones that are like speaking to my sort of rapping sort of pleasures, but also they are quite good and quite got unique sort of sounding ways they rap. Mac Homie's a lot different, but I only know about Mac Homie because of his sort of ties with Earl Sweatshirt. Mm-hmm. And I think Earl produced the God Fahim's one of the God Fahim's albums or mixtapes or EPs or something, like, which I never got a chance to because it wasn't on streaming platforms at the time. So I don't know when that was, but I need to kind of find out what it is, and I'll probably listen to that. But yeah, this album's good. Mm-hmm. Just great, very golden age type of sort of samples, but not at the same time. It's very, to be fair, it's more like Madlib sort of like instrumentals, to be honest. And it's got an appearance from Mac Homie. It's got a guy I didn't realise was going to be on it. My boy Vinny Paz from I'm in the Pharaohs, or more Jedi Mind Trick sort of fame. It's also got someone else. Oh, it's Mac Homie just done 2 tracks. And yeah, Vinny Paz I was like, what? Vinny Paz is on it? That's crazy. But he's been around for a while. To have him on there as well, an underground sort of figurehead, pretty much co-sign him in a way. It's pretty cool to actually see that as well. So Lost Kings is the album. Definitely check that out.
Sure, your sort of thing.
It's definitely my sort of thing. 28, especially when it's 28 minutes long, I can easily listen to that on the way to work. Like, it's just a very, very easy album to listen to. I think every track knocks it out how I want it. It's not like, when I say it's like my thing, it's like Bandana's my thing, but Bandana is like almost like another level. But But yeah, this is just my sort of hip hop that I like to listen to. Especially when you get vibes like Nas and AZ and Comega, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, they're like the East Coast guys. I just always love listening to. So especially Nas, obviously. I feel like he's gonna be quite a big person, maybe more underground. Probably maybe won't ever breach the overground because we know what the overground's like. They don't want that sort of stuff, but he's got a lot more jewels in his lyrics than most people do.
Yeah.
I don't know. Again, I don't know how long he's been around. I don't know how old he is. For as far as I know, him and Macaulay are probably 80 years old. I don't know. But I definitely will check it out. It's probably the first album I could think of that I like the most. I think I've listened to about 12 or 11 albums this year now. That's number one so far.
Nice. So. As well, of all these albums that we are talking about, the majority anyway. If you do follow us on Twitter, we're putting the albums up there with the links to them on Apple and Spotify and stuff, aren't we as well?
Yeah,
so,
we are. Yeah.
Chris, I've had a busy week. So basically,
I am.
The ones that Chris talks about.
Yeah, what I'm trying to do to be a little bit different when you don't have to do exactly the same thing, but when I've been putting an album I'm listening to is I'll put on the Spotify and the Apple Music link as a bit.ly link because obviously certain characters on Twitter. Just because then if you do want to listen to it, if you do follow us, you can click on that link and you can listen to it exactly there and then. So
yeah, I mean, we'll still put all the different tracks in the playlist and stuff like that, but if you give that the episode don't come out until say Saturday morning, if you through the week, then give it a listen.
Yeah,
I think if there's something to listen to and it's garbage, we're maybe not going to put that up.
No, I mean I'm putting up what I'm literally doing it live there and then. I'm listening to the album, so that's just how it is. Whether it's rubbish or
okay. In that case, then don't interpret it as this is worth listening.
No, that's what I'm saying. Because I'm literally doing it as I'm listening to it.
Yeah.
So then you understand that you probably expect me to hear it or talk about it, or you talk about it in the next episode. Basically, that's kind of how I think. That's how I view it anyway.
Yeah.
You can do it. You can basically, if James posts something, it's because he likes it, not like he's listening. He's not actually now playing it.
We'll see.
He's played it, but now showing you. So hashtag played it, hashtag showing you.
We don't know yet. We'll see how that works out. Other than that, a couple of quick singles. I mean, we mentioned the Gorillaz one last week, but I've not actually listened to that this week. I really liked it, actually. It was good.
You see the video?
Not seen the video to it yet.
I think with Gorillaz, I'm not a music video person, but because they're quite people, I know they're always worth. Yeah, it's quite a cool video.
We were talking about the Grammys the other week. There was the Lil Nas X and Nas performance there. Has now been released as a single.
You wanted my response there?
Yeah, I mean it's all right, isn't it?
It's nothing great. In the track is not even that great anyway. Then Nas is like a phoned-in verse. It's
Lil Nas, Big Nas.
I think he just wanted to say that. That's all he wanted to do. They made a video for it now apparently as well. Which I'm not going to check out.
No.
As a big Nas fan, I was quite excited for it. Then the verse is okay, but it's just like average Nas. I'm not bothered.
You don't want to see him on the video?
No. I think I've seen him live twice. I'm fine.
Dressed as a vampire or something like that, I think.
I definitely don't want to see it now.
You ever seen him dressed as a vampire?
No.
You don't want to?
No.
Oh,
if he's dressed like a badger, I would. I've listened to King... Is it... How do you say his second name? Cruel? Is it or Cruel? King Cruel?
Cruel, I think. Yeah.
I want to say Cruel. I'm gonna be really fancy with it. King Cruel. Listen to both his singles. What was your thoughts on King Cruel or King Cruel? I can't.
Because I've not listened to any. I know that they dropped.
Yeah, but no. What's your opinion on him anyway?
I'm not mad. I'm not mad about him.
So the weird hype about him years ago. You were never part of that hype. I wasn't part of that hype either.
No, I wouldn't say so.
I think because when his first thing dropped, I didn't listen to bits of it. I wasn't that impressed by him. These past two singles, the first one was okay, but I quite liked the idea of it. The second one I really like. So I think it's Omen 3 or something, whatever it's called. So I'm actually excited for his album. I remember Matt saying that his last album was really, really good. And I was like, I think because I'm still, tainted from years and years ago, I was like, yeah, I'll get around to it. So maybe I should get around to it then. Isn't the guy like him? who actually I really liked, but then he's not dropped anything for ages. I need to think about what his name is actually. Come back to me one day.
To that one.
What other singles I listened to? I listened to Sharon Van Etten's new single.
Yeah, the ones that came out yesterday or today. What day is it? Friday. Today. I haven't listened to it yet.
Well, that came out Wednesday.
Did it?
Yeah.
Why do people drop singles midweek?
I don't know.
I just wait until
Wednesday
Friday.
or Wednesday or yesterday. But I liked it. It's just typical Sharon, and I love it. Also, I listened to Sorok's Hand of God single. So she is a really, really good. I can't remember we were talking it off air or on air about female rappers. I think it was off air. But all our conversations now, I don't know whether we've done them on podcasts or not. I keep thinking,
should record everything.
I keep waking up sweating at night going, did we talk about that?
You don't know what's real life and what's the podcast anymore.
Okay, so yeah, Hand of God, Sorok, she can really, really rap. She's a bit like Rhapsody. It's like Rhapsody, but like a Kendrick sounding and style sometimes as well. She's actually on tour with Rhapsody at the moment.
No.
She is on Rhymesayers, another one of my favourite hip hop labels. And I've never listened to any of her full length projects, but she's not released one. She's not released a full length project on Rhymesayers yet. That's probably the reason why I've not. But all her singles are really good. She's very, very well versed and very well. Her lyrics they're great. She can really, really rap. Yeah, so I think it's worth checking that out. Also listen to her single, Comfortable, just her, which is just awesome.
Yeah.
Really cool, laid back R&B track as per usual, and also Quelly Chris's new single, where he doesn't rap on it.
Yeah, that's what I was like. I was listening to it. I was like, it's gonna start now, and it's done.
Sudden death. But the thing is, right? I've always thought Chris Keys is Quelly Chris.
Chris Keys.
Because I always thought Chris Keys was Quelly Chris's producer, because obviously he produced, didn't he? So producer moniker. I don't know whether they're actually two separate people or they are one, or they're one person.
That's another question of the week.
Because like MF Doom has MF Doom, Victor Vaughn, King Ghidorah, Danger Doom. Was which is obvious, and then we've got JJ Doom. Who else have we got? Metal Fingers. That's just one person, pretty much in most of those cases.
Yeah.
So, do you know what I mean? So I don't know if Chris Keys is actually
Call it Chris.
But then I saw something on Two Dope Boys saying it was Detroit to Cali, and I was like, oh, maybe this Chris Keys is from California then? I don't know. Maybe Chris Keys is a real person. Maybe he's not some sort of figment of Quelly's.
We'll keep looking into that one.
But it's a cool single. And cool. Have you seen the video as well?
Yes, I've seen the video to that one.
Again, I'm not. I retract my statement on this because I'm not really a music video person, but I just checked it anyway because it's Quelly. But because he does really cool videos. Because did you see that one he did with what's she called? Jean Grey, and he made that game thing.
Yes.
Yeah, that was really cool. And you still get that on vinyl actually. I listened to Revenge. I'm not put it on the playlist. Revenge by Joyner Lucas. What's your opinion on Joyner Lucas?
John Lucas is the what was the big viral one?
It's about racism one. I can't remember what it's called.
I'm not a racist. Was that one? I mean, I don't mind Joyner Lucas. I don't know. Is it do you think it's a tactic to get attention?
What, the am I racist?
You know to get stuff going viral.
Yeah. I mean, he does know how to market himself. Because obviously he didn't really like Logic, and then all of a sudden Logic and him on a track months later. Then they had the whole Joyner versus Tory Lanez beef, which was really good. Yeah. But the thing is, this album this is almost like going back to on an off-air comment. This album's been waiting to come out for ages, much like another artist we'll talk about later on. So he's just going to drop the album, like.
So what's this at the minute? Just a single that's come out?
Called Revenge. Yeah, it's all right. It's not nothing amazing. That's why I'm not putting it in a playlist. It's it's okay. It's quite a good track, I suppose, but nothing special. But it's just weird how he's still not dropped his album yet. Like, what time is he waiting for? Because he's got enough clout now to drop something. He'll get he'll get a good sales. He's been on a track with Eminem, and that was what. In fact, he's been in 2 tracks anyway, or maybe 1 track with Eminem. So that's enough to get all the the white super fans on board anyway, because he shows he can rap. He was on a Tech 9 track years ago, and that's why the whole. Oh no, he was meant to be on a Tech 9 track, but he was on a Tech 9 track. That's what stemmed the whole Logic beef and getting Tech 9's super popular underground circuit. So why not drop now? I don't understand.
It'd be this year at some point, you'd have thought, wouldn't you?
But it's no release date.
They'd might just drop it.
Oh, I might do one of those bloody surgical strikes. Fair enough then. Maybe
Marketing thing.
Maybe I'll do that then. I mean, he's not that big to do so, but I suppose he can do it if he wants to.
That could be a marketing thing.
Yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. What I've listened to quite a bit
from this week. Yeah, I mean, there's a few of the new releases, but that's like a few singles that will come out maybe through the week. But I just haven't had a chance to listen to them yet, so can I revisit that next week? I think.
But you're a busy man. There's
not this week. I'm
a busy badger. They call.
I'm back to my regular schedule this week, which isn't that busy.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I think that's pretty much it for what we listened to.
On to the news then.
Onto the news.
Into the news.
Now the news.
Into the news. Has there been a lot going on this week? It doesn't feel like there has been.
I mean, I feel like it is a bit of a slow news week.
Yeah, I guess last week we were giving our introduction to the Super Bowl. It was basically neither of us are massive fans of J-Lo or Shakira, so we'll watch it. My question is, right, because I watched the Super Bowl, but I only watched the last quarter.
Did you watch the? You don't watch the half. Have you watched videos of the?
I saw the halftime show.
Okay,
but
we'll talk about that in a second.
Oh, sorry, afterwards. Do they do it on the pitch? Is the stage on the pitch?
Yeah.
So they literally clear.
So like, I think I'm not sure with like a normal American football game, but because like in rugby, it's like 10 or 15 minutes between halves.
Yeah.
So I think when it's a Super Bowl, because they have the halftime show, I think it's an extended period of time than normal.
So they literally everyone clears off the pitch, they stick a stage on the pitch, do the songs and stuff, and they just play again on that same pitch.
Yeah.
Right? Does it not ruin the pitch?
I mean, they've done it for how many years now? I presume they've got technology to be okay with it. I mean, I get your point, but it's like I'm about to say it's like FA Cup final, but then nothing happens to the FA Cup final. The FA Cup final.
There is literally nobody there.
halftime show. They should. Why don't we make something like that for like over here?
Well, Champions League final in 2018. Dua Lipa played that. Remember that? Which played before it. The thing before it started.
Yeah, it's like the opening act.
Yeah. But yeah, FA Cup. Maybe
that could be the one thing that spiced the FA Cup up. Get rid of the League Cup. Still.
We'll have a halftime show.
And we have a halftime show at the FA Cup final. And stop having the semi-finals at Wembley. Yeah. What's the point of that? I don't know. Anyway, that's
a matter for another podcast.
That is a matter for
our football podcast.
The future branching podcast that we will end up probably not doing.
With our podcast empire.
Yeah, when we are the podcast of all podcasts, gamer podcasts.
But yeah, so did you watch the halftime show?
I watched the whole thing,
including the halftime show.
Yes.
Okay, good. How was the Super Bowl? And tell me what the Super Bowl was like very quickly.
It's the Super Bowl apart from the halftime show.
Yeah, just the Super Bowl.
Very good match.
Last quarter were good. I enjoyed that.
Well, yeah, it was pretty much an even game. I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly, the halftime it was all square. Oh, one of the quarters was all square anyway, and then the second half was just like, wow, it could go either way, and then it was actually quite an entertaining match. I think because it was two of the best teams, obviously two of the best teams that got there, but two quite evenly matched teams in a way. So it wasn't a case where they couldn't score a lot of points. But no, I think it was a really good match. It's the first time I've actually stayed up fully and watched one, so I can't really compare it to other sort of Super Bowls. I usually fall asleep.
There you go. KC.
I probably drank about 3 massive cups of coffee. Fell asleep for a minute during one of the quarters, and I was like, okay. Then felt awful next day because I would just
So it's because it was Sunday, wasn't it? So I was working till 11. And I got on, sort of forgot it were on. And then it got to about... I mean, might be getting the time here wrong, but it got to about 1:30. What time did it finish? About
20 to 3, I think.
Yeah, so it must have got to
I mean,
about
that's when I
1:30.
remember looking at the time. Maybe it was 3, maybe.
Must have got to about 1:30, 2 o'clock. And I was like, oh, yeah, Super Bowl's on. And my problem is with it just takes too long to play. So it was perfect last quarter.
Was it,
Perfect.
By all accounts of what the commentators were saying and the coverage in between the quarters and game and plays, this is like quite a quick Super Bowl.
There you go. That's what I love.
So
anyway, that's your American football roundup. What do you think of the halftime show?
Cool.
Yeah,
I really liked it.
Yeah.
I forgot how many bangers they all have actually.
Yeah, the hits are they're a good hits.
I do remember this song. I remember that song as well,
Yeah.
and they actually all worked really well together. I mean, also these two Latin rappers,
Bad Bunny, J Balvin,
which I thought were the same person. Not to be any sort of stereotyping or anything like that, but it's just like I thought they literally was the same person. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I found out it wasn't. So I don't know what they didn't really contribute to me much or into it, but
I think I still have we found out if they have a song together yet? Did we ever find that out?
I know that case has remained unsolved.
Okay, that was the question of last week that no one's answered for you yet. Thanks.
Where's that one listener?
Thanks everybody. But yeah, I enjoyed it. Like you say, it worked better than like we said last week or the year ago when it were fucking Beyonce and Chris Martin, which you won't have them to their music. Oh, actually they have a song together, don't they? Mad. But even so. But yeah, they complement each other, don't they? Shakira and J-Lo.
Yeah, because they're very similar.
Yeah.
Background artists, aren't they, as well? So, what do you think about the whole Shakira tongue thing?
The tongue thing is a good meme, isn't it?
It's a great meme. I don't know why she did it.
For the meme. We're all talking about it.
That's true, I suppose. It's all for the memes.
Any publicity is good publicity. Even if you
won't catch us doing. Well, I don't know, maybe you may, but you won't catch me doing that.
That'll just be all I do on the on the social media. I'll just go like that, yeah, every day.
I'm too busy to study music, but what I'll do, I'll keep posting this meme. No, I thought it was good. Like I said, you forget how good the songs are, and I think it was a really good show. They had a message, I guess, like unity and stuff like that.
Unity, come together. Yeah,
like the Beatles. Yeah, I thought it was cool. I thought it was better than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, I didn't know what I was expecting, to be honest.
Yeah, I think with the guests as well.
That's the thing. I think I was expecting, for is it was it Wycliffe Jean with Shakira or someone like that?
What, Hips Don't Lie?
Yeah,
I think so.
Which is like the intro bit.
Yeah.
So it would have been cool if he was like suddenly appeared and did the intro bit and then came out, and then you hear that the Ja Rule bit for like the J-Lo song. It's like we can't call it, even if it's like a split second of a cameo, it's still pretty cool to have them on there. That's kind of what I think was the most disappointing about it, because like we kind of were thinking of
there's an opportunity there.
Because when Jenny on the Block came on, I was like, oh man, it's Styles P and my boy Jada, come on there, start spitting their verses, that'd be something cool. But then I realised they've only got a short amount of time, haven't they? So someone was saying though it was like two half. Well, in a way, how it was done, I suppose you can understand why, but it was like 2 halftime shows in one halftime, which I think was really cool. I think you didn't feel like it was too long, but also you did feel like you got 2 separate shows out of it at the same time. So yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, I think
thumbs up.
A thumbs up.
Peter Spy show approval.
Good halftime show. This gets in the rankings so far. It's the only one on there, but this is number 1 spot for now.
For future years, this will be the number 1 spot.
Write that down. Halftime power
rankings from 2020 onwards.
Number 1. Yeah, 2020 onwards. Number 1. J-Lo and Shakira. 2020. Number 1 spot.
Right, so next year whoever gets announced, will they reclaim number 1 spot?
We'll update that.
Yeah, so that was cool. Super Bowl.
Check it out. Shakira. And she played Waka Waka. That's all I said I wanted.
That's true, actually.
There you go. So I was chuffed.
There was another thing, actually, we haven't written on there that just popped into my brain.
Let's get it on there.
Billie Eilish's comments are about hip-hop.
Yeah.
Causing a bit of a stir. What's your...
What is it exactly she said? That it's...
she said...
a lot of...
Basically, the crux of it is there's a lot of lying in hip-hop. But I think, right, the reason why she's saying that is for the newer acts. So when I think, as I just mentioned, Styles P didn't like it, or like, who the hell was Billie Eilish? Things you can comment on our culture, which is fair enough. I completely agree with that. Atmosphere said, "Who's Billie Irish?" And then if it was who's Billie Irish, tell her that we fuck our guns. But I think when I look at it, remember what she's now 18 now, or just turned 18.
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
Her hip hop was people like Tyler and stuff. They weren't really gangsters. So I mean, it's also because she is young, she's listening to more newer acts. Who I'm not saying they do or do not do the things, but they may not do the things, and that maybe that's what she's commenting on. I don't think she's commenting on past acts that have been here before who may have not have gang ties, or have done certain things they've said in the lyrics, or know someone's done certain things in the lyrics. I mean, it is an art. You know, it's not like it doesn't have to be fully. I mean, this is my beef with hip hop anyway. It doesn't have to be. You don't have to be as real as a brick.
Yeah, it's not
like, you know. You can still paint a picture, or you can know a story and paint a picture and still have it be a valid hip hop song. But I think because of the whole proving that you are a true G or you're 100% real, that's where the issue is, and I think it hurts a lot of people's pride when you're trying to sort of dismantle that. I don't think it's really a problem. It's just a kid. Who cares? Just do your music, and who cares? You know, if it's 90% true and 10% fake, who cares? If it's 90% fake and 10% true, who cares?
Yeah.
Just make good music.
Yeah.
We are only commenting on music. So when we comment like on a hip hop album and go, I don't think he's really in a gang, so I'm going to give it a one star rating. No, we're basing everything that we hear on actual music. So that's all we really care about. I don't care if you're in a gang or not, or, you know, if you hit someone, stab someone, you know. If you actually have done that in your lyrics, I'm not bothered by that at the point. When I'm looking at it as I'm reviewing an album, I'm reviewing the album as an art piece. You know, you've got films and stuff like that. You know, how many films and biopics? This is going to be a weird tangent. I just thought about this now. If you think about you have like biopics biopics like Darkest Hour, for example. I'm only thinking about it because I know it's come on Netflix recently. That everything that happened in that film is not exactly what Winston Churchill did, but it still makes a great film anyway because of the performances and how it's all written, or the sort of direction. So you got to look at that sometimes with music, just because it's a bit embellished and it's kind of little bits here and there, doesn't detract how good it is. And I feel like that is almost it can feel like that's what a comment is, like, oh well, it's not really that good because it's not really real. Like, well, what do you expect? If everyone was supposedly got the guns and killing people, there wouldn't be that many rappers alive, would there? There's now 1,000 more rappers more than anything else. If anything more, they've multiplied.
Yeah, but I think as well with all these, especially, people who've been doing this for years, hip hop for years. I just think you can't get yourself too hung up on what's. I know she's 18. I know she's an adult, but it's a young person. Young adult, you can't get too hung up on what she does and don't think about hip hop, really, can you? Like,
yeah, I've never been bothered. Especially when you first kind of get into it, you get that sort of get caught into that. Oh, what this is real, this is not real. That sort of stuff. When you start listening to it over like half my life now, which is over 15 years. Like it's like I pretty don't care about what it is, as long as you've got really cool lyrics, good lyrics and good beats and make a good album. That's all I care about. yeah, but I just thought about that now actually when we was discussing. So yeah, Billie Irish.
Billie Irish. Next one, this one that you came across on Twitter. I've not seen it until you pointed it out. Erykah Badu is releasing a perfume. Smells like her vagina.
Now I heard about someone else doing this.
Did you?
This is going to be a weird thing. What I'm going to talk about. So I was at my mum's, and I was reading something, and she had This Morning on, and they were talking about perfumes, and all of a sudden they said something about smelling like someone's vagina, or something like that, and I was like, what? I know it wasn't Erykah Badu because I didn't hear Erykah Badu's name.
Gwyneth Paltrow is selling a candle that smells like my vagina.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, so it was. I wasn't just making that up in my head then. Okay, so I definitely did hear something. Yeah, so I thought it was weird when I saw Erykah Badu do this, and I'm not sure the world needs vaginal scented perfumes and.
I'll just give you a quick rundown on
candles. Go on then.
We don't need to dwell on this too much. It's called Badu's Pussy. It's the name of the fragrance, and it's partially made from the ashes of her burnt underwear. I just think, I mean, everyone could do this. This could be a.
So we just make penis scented candles or perfume.
Well, if you've got any spare pants.
No, not really.
No. When you do.
When I do, should we?
You get all in one.
Should we make one? All right.
Yeah, just fucking burn it, turn it into a perfume.
That could be our first bit of merchandise for us, can't it?
So if you are interested, it actually goes on sale on the 20th of February. So via her online store, Badu World Market, which is coming soon.
Why can't you just make music? Why is she investing time doing this?
I'm going to be honest with you. If I could make money, Chris, by burning my pants and turning it into perfume, I would do.
Well, we know what happens when we break up as a podcast. He's made all that money from all that perfume scented.
All I'm saying is keep your eye on the Peter Spice Worldwide Market store online.
One day.
On the 20th of Feb. There's some little bottles coming on there.
You don't want to know what those bottles are.
High quality stuff.
Yeah, I thought it was a bit of a weird thing, and I was like, what? I've been wanting to hear new music for a long time, and now she's doing this.
That's why. She's in the aromatic world now.
Fucking aromatic my ass. That'd be the next one, won't it?
It's a good name, actually.
Yeah. And then I suppose the next final bit of news. Like I said, it's a slow news week, as you can tell from our vaginal talk. Is the Oscars have got Janelle Monáe as a performing act? Is it like a halftime show in the Oscars?
I don't know, because I always thought with the Oscars.
Is there multiple acts?
But it's always the songs that are nominated for the Oscars, I thought.
That gets sang.
Yeah, for best original song or whatever.
I'm only putting it on there because like Janelle Monáe, I love Janelle Monáe. She's always drops great albums and she's very, very talented. She was in she's in a film soon as well. Can't remember what it was called now. But anyway. Yeah, I thought it was strange how it was announced. I think that's why I think I got confused. It was strange how it was announced. Like it was like this she's the main act, so is she just I don't know, is it like the halftime show for the Oscars?
Let's have a look.
We're on it.
Yeah, because again, when it is they do it through the night. It's a special performance.
Okay.
Which I didn't realise they actually did, but yeah, special performance. The actual songs that are nominated. There's a random.
We should say who might be like the winner.
There's a Randy Newman one from Toy Story 4.
I got a friend in me.
This one
times four.
I Can't Let You Throw Yourself Away.
I can't let you throw yourself away. What it was called. I haven't seen Toy Story 4 yet.
No. So there's an Elton John from Rocket Man. I'm Gonna Love Me Again. Chrissy Metz. I'm Standing With You from Breakthrough. Idina Menzel and Aurora. Into the Unknown from Frozen 2. And Cynthia Erivo, Stand Up from Harriet. I've got no idea about what any of those songs are, Chris. So,
but I don't think we should even bother even thinking who's going to win.
Wait, when is the Oscars?
It's this Sunday, mate.
No, it is this Sunday. Yeah. God, I'm going Frozen 2. Play it safe.
I'm gonna go. I got a friend. I'm trying to find somewhere. I don't lose someone.
Don't lose yourself or something.
I go for
like
Randy Newman.
Don't throw yourself away. You're going Randy. So we'll see. And then
what else is sound wise? Is soundtracks scores? Are they Oscar nominated?
Should I get the fullest nominations up? Also, speaking of.
Because I want the Joker one.
Other special performance, also Billie Eilish, speaking of.
Irish.
Everywhere. So.
Billie Eilish, might call her.
Oscars 2020. Okay, have to sign in for that one. We're not doing that one. But the Oscars, is that one that you tend to stay up for?
Well, I probably would. Well, I've got nowhere to watch it, to be honest, and no. I would if I could do. Then again, I'm at work at 8 o'clock in the morning, so
yeah. What I usually do is get a free trial. Just put a different card on there for Now TV, and you can just watch it live on Sky Movies on your free trial.
Yeah, and
then bin it off. But that's another one that's it's too stop and starty as well. There's a lot of adverts in there, and it just gets really irritating.
It's long-winded, really, isn't it? I think that's the problem.
Yeah.
I had to go to the Oscars.
Let's have a look. So, music original song. It's just those ones that we mentioned before, the three. We've also got music original score.
Okay.
So the scores are Joker, Little Women, Marriage Story, 1917, and Star Wars.
Joker.
You're going for Joker? I've not seen nothing to make an informed decision.
Joker's better. Joker's better than 1917.
Good soundtrack.
Yeah, I was going to get it on vinyl, then it's not there on Amazon. Well, it's £65 on Amazon. So, I'm hoping because she won that other award recently, didn't she? The whatever was the other one before Golden Globes.
Right. Okay.
And I'm hoping she just win here again. They'll repress because she did the. Did you ever watch Chernobyl? She did the Chernobyl score as well, and that's still on Amazon. Actually, I might get that.
Nice.
Yeah, Joker. I think Joker. I want Joker to win.
I'm going for Joker. Should we just? I'll tell you what. No, we're a music podcast, Chris.
Yeah,
we are a music podcast.
Next year, when we have a movie podcast, then we can do. I think we try to get this off the ground first.
But yes, that's Sunday night. Might end up watching that. We'll see.
I'll just wake up and look at who's won. Really.
Yeah. I might stick with that as well. We'll see.
Who's hosting it?
No, there's not one host, is there?
It's not that now.
Yeah, people. Yeah. Which I think is a decent way to do it. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
Given that all the hosts are just shit.
Although I do quite like Ricky Gervais doing the Golden Globes there. So
I think that's like
it's now tied out now. But
it's so. Like how just every time, and it's like he just makes the same fucking shit jokes.
Yeah, but he gets away because he's Ricky, isn't he?
Yeah, and it's I don't know.
Larry David should do one of them.
Larry David.
You watched the new Curbs yet? It's good. Well, that was the second episode, but it's good though. Anyway, we're
not a TV podcast
either. So yeah, that's pretty much the news.
Has anything else fucking happened in the last week
that I can just suddenly think of? No, I don't think so.
There we go. If there is, and we've forgotten about it, then please tell us.
Yeah, if you actually do listen to this, you've made it through 40 minutes of this podcast, 50 minutes of this podcast.
Tell us.
Then inform us.
Tell us what's going on. Hopefully, more to report on next week. I think there will be. I've got faith.
Like George Michael.
Yes.
Which version though?
Oh, which one do you want? Which one do you want, Chris?
The biscuit version I want.
I forgot. Yeah. Anyway.
I think I just broke James for a
There's
second.
the news. There's the news.
That's the news.
Right. To wrap up, a fair bit, when we started thinking about it, has actually come out this week, hasn't it? Anything that's you're particularly excited about?
I'm excited for, so mentioned before, Nolan Ninja and Mellow Music. So Mellow Music dropped another album out, or released another album out with a guy called The Lasso, which is a producer, and a rapper called Psy Spiritual, which I'd never heard of before. So I'm excited for it because Lasso did a album with Chris Orrick, who's Chris. This is not a bit of a thing now. So no, not Chris Keys.
It's Chris Keys.
So Chris Orrick, formerly called Red Pill, his solo album, which is not the album he did with Lasso, was on my top 10 list for 2019 hip hop albums.
Episode 3.25.
Yeah,
go listen.
So he dropped an album with The Lasso, which is really cool. And I quite like Lasso's production, so I'm actually interested to see what this is like. Much like when we talked about Julian Experts last week. Last episode. Don't know where I am anymore.
Thanks for the follow, guys.
Yeah, appreciate the follow. That's releasing Mellow Music as well.
Oh, okay.
So pretty much I see a Mellow Music release, I'm more likely to check it out. I used to buy every single vinyl. Can't really afford it. I got most of the vinyls when they first came out, in that top right quadrant there. But that's probably what I'm really excited for, because I'm interested to see what it sounds like, as well as Karanjabin, and Leon Bridges' EP as well. I quite liked Seaside when it came out a few weeks ago, and that was really cool. They're quite like a psychedelic sort of rock band, but not as psychedelic, I suppose. But then I've got Leon Bridges, who's a soul sort of Motown sort of type of singer, so really cool combination. Also, Baldy James, I think he is from, I believe, Chicago. I can't remember. Not anything from him for a while. He used to, or maybe still hangs out with the Cool Kids back in the day, Chuck English and Mikey Rocks. Bloody hell, I'm trying to remember their names now. So he's dropped an album with The Alchemist. Alchemist is a very well-known producer in hip-hop. Very basic sort of loop samples, but he always finds really cool loops to sort of, to sample, make a little bit of a beat out of it. So I'm sure it's going to be very similar. But the cool thing about that one is it's got Vince Staples on it. It's got Freddie Gibbs on it. Pete Spicer is pretty much favourite rapper at the moment. Of all time, probably. Freddie Gibbs. And it's also got a guy called Evidence as well. No, he's called Evidence. He's not called a guy called Evidence.
A guy called...
So just realised all the weird names that we have these days. He's a rapper called Evidence. Who's from Dilated Peoples and stuff like that. And he always does pretty good stuff. He does stuff with Alchemist quite a lot, to be fair. So yeah, they're the ones I'm really excited for. What about you?
Main one is the new Denzel Curry, Kenny Beats mixtape. What the hell's that called? Can't remember off the top of my head.
I was going to say Unlocked?
Unlocked. Something like that.
Or Unlinked.
Let's have a look. But yeah, excited for that one. Mentioned on previous episodes, big fan of Denzel, and in case you didn't notice, Unlocked it is, yeah. So, and I feel like it's just a good combo, innit?
I quite like Kenny Beats. I think
yeah.
he's not too bad, to be honest. Have you watched some of his things on YouTube?
Like the interview types, not interviews,
where he does like the beat there and then, where he's like kind of speaking to the rapper, and then
yeah.
Danny Brown was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. There's a few actually. The Slow Tie one.
Slow Tie is cool. Vince Staples. Yeah. I've only been checking the main sort of rappers really, but yeah, they're pretty cool.
Good stuff. So look forward to that one. I will be listening to that this week, and I will talk about that next week. We'll come back to that one. Other stuff there's the new Hayley Williams. Well, the first half of the album has dropped, which I'll give it a listen. I'll give it a listen to. Yeah, Hayley Williams. I didn't mind us back in the Paramore days. Yeah, there's a couple the things that come out so far. I've listened to a couple of them, and they're half decent. Speaking of pop punk, Green Day have got another album out. which
Father of all?
yes.
Or Father for all?
Something to do with fathers and alls. If I have time to spare,
Not Father and whole.
I might listen to that album. I think
it's quite short though. I think I saw it was 28 minutes.
Good.
So if it's quite like a fast, maybe Blitz of the Past, I don't mind that. I mean, I'm not. That's the Green Day since the recent greatest hits.
Which were when?
Years and years ago.
That is fucking years ago.
That's the last time. That's the last time I listened to Green Day.
Yeah.
I don't think I listened to American Idiot when it came out.
Which were what? Too late. I can't remember when the fucking hell that was.
Yeah, it was like a decade ago.
Yeah, that's the thing though. So out of all the new shit, because it's not very good. Again, it's just that old stuff, you know. Dookie, great album.
Very good album.
Great album.
That's stuff I want.
Yeah. So we'll see about that one. We mentioned as well it's a soundtrack one, but the Birds of Prey soundtrack, a couple of things off that so far have been pretty solid.
Yeah,
so,
you've put a couple of tracks.
Yeah,
on the,
might give that a listen
on your playlist. So.
I think it's an all female lineup. I think, isn't it? Or thereabouts. So probably check that out. And then LaRue as well. New album dropped. After how many years?
Probably again 6-7 years.
I feel like it might even be. It couldn't be longer than that, to be honest. Yeah.
She was doing it for the kill. She's now been released. That's what it is.
Yeah,
I seem to think, right, doing it for the kill, that was like promoed with the Dread film, but I don't think it was in the Dread film. The trailer.
Possibly.
I just thought about that when I saw. It's a really random thought that makes no difference at all to anyone. But yeah, LaRue's back. I wonder if she's still doing things for kills.
Yeah, Trouble in Paradise last one. Yeah, 2014.
All right, so I was kind of right.
And then the actual LaRue album, the debut, was 2009. Wow,
11 years ago.
With the big hitters on. Or bulletproof shit like that.
Yeah.
Good singles.
Yeah, I might check it out. I mean, there's still quite a lot to check out still anyway.
Yeah, so there's a fair bit this week. So we'll see.
Remember though, you said, if I remember correctly, on one of the episodes, that you're going to try and listen to 150 albums this year.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Just remember that.
No, I'll remember that. If I'm listening to albums like that one that are just 20 minutes long, then I'm fine.
Yeah, true.
Guess it's been a busy week.
I mean, to be fair, I've only listened to 11 this year so far. We've already a month and a bit.
Wait, how many did I say?
150.
100, easy. It's light work.
That reminds me of the song by Jay Dilla. Well, the beat by Jay Dilla.
That's what I wanted. That's what I was trying to
encapsulate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. It's a bit of a shortened episode this week. Mainly because
is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? You tell us.
To be fair, we spoke a good half an hour on like what we've listened to.
Yeah.
I mean, originally when we thought about this, I don't know if we said it in episode 0, which we probably should have done. Is that we were thinking about 40-minute podcasts.
Yeah, that just didn't work out.
That's just not worked out at all.
And I think starting again next week, providing there's a bit more to talk about with the news and stuff, I still don't think that'll work out. But
hey, we're still a work in progress.
We'll see.
A whip.
We'll put this one out, and then this one will start getting people watching it because it's not a hour and 40 minutes long.
I mean, to be fair, my 28-minute one, 3.25, I had three plays or something. The shortest episode.
This could be the sweet spot. An hour. Just about an hour.
Oh, it's 60 minutes.
Yeah.
Gotta listen to this.
Yeah.
I've got an actual hour to spare.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Wrap things up. Again, plug all the shit. Follow us on Spotify and Apple and YouTube. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter.
Yeah, people like, Eunice. She wanted a shout out, didn't she?
There you go.
So I put it right at the end on purpose. Anyone just wants to share, follow, all that sort of usual stuff. We appreciate it. We don't want to force it on people. We don't want to invite people to the page and stuff like that. We're not that sort of people. We just want to keep rolling and see what happens. We're gradually getting followers on Twitter that are not really responding to us, so that's good. Whether they're bots or not, more bots the merrier. So someone make loads of bots and just getting all the followers.
Keep on these porn groups on Instagram. That's what I like.
I wonder if any of them will want vaginal candles.
Listen to the podcast and we'll send you
one. We'll buy one. We'll buy one, and then we can do a sort of competition for who wants it. I'll put like a random poll and then see what happens.
I think that wraps it up on that note.
On that definite note. Yeah, cool.
And see you next week.
See you when the badger strikes.